Olaf Scholz was born on the 14th of June, 1958, in the vibrant city of Osnabrück, Germany, a place where history, politics and culture have always intertwined. The son of Horst Scholz, a social democratic unionist, and Christa Scholz, a secretary, Olaf's early life was rooted in a family of intellectual rigor and strong social values. His father, a man who worked within the trade union movement, heavily influenced his son's understanding of social justice, labor rights, and the inherent value of equality. Raised during the Cold War era, Olaf was exposed to the political turbulence of post-war Germany. His formative years were defined by the growing divide between East and West Germany. Scholz's early education was shaped in the environment of the West German liberal democracy, where values of free speech, economic growth, and social integration permeated through both academic and social systems. Olaf's academic journey began at Hamburg University, where he studied economics and political science, a discipline that would serve as the foundation for his future political career. As a student, he was already inclined toward activism, joining the Socialist German Student Union, SDS, during his youth. This period of his life marked the beginning of a lifelong commitment to left-leaning policies, which would shape his political identity. Scholz was driven by a belief in the social market economy and the idea that a just society could be created through balance, rationality, and solidarity. In the early 1980s, Olaf Scholz dove into the world of political strategy and law, sharpening his skills as a legal advisor for the German Federation of Trade Unions. This role allowed him to gain first-hand experience working with policies that protected workers' rights. However, his political career was not without its challenges. He soon realized that politics was not a field for passive observers. It required an active hand in shaping policy. He began to actively participate in local politics, joining the Social Democratic Party of Germany, SPD, the very institution that had been a significant influence in his life. Scholz's early political career took root in Hamburg, where he became a member of the city's parliament and was later appointed Senator for Labor, Employment, and Social Affairs in 2001. His tenure in this role laid the groundwork for his political philosophy, social justice and economic security. Scholz did not simply follow party lines. He innovated, seeking ways to combine market forces with welfare policies to create a balanced society that could embrace economic growth, while also protecting the most vulnerable. In 2005, Scholz was appointed Federal Minister for Labor and Social Affairs in the cabinet of Chancellor Gerhard Schröder, a pivotal moment that brought him to the national stage. As minister, he championed policies that would benefit the working class while also supporting Germany's economic modernization. Yet his position was often contentious, especially when it came to implementing labor market reforms. Critics called these reforms harsh, while supporters argued they were necessary to ensure Germany's competitive edge in the global economy. Despite these challenges, Scholz's reputation as a political pragmatist grew. He had a unique ability to unite seemingly disparate factions within the SPD, finding middle ground where others had failed. But this tendency to seek consensus was not without its drawbacks. Critics accused him of being overly cautious, too willing to compromise on key issues rather than taking bold, definitive stances. In 2011, Scholz returned to Hamburg, where he was elected mayor, an office he would hold until 2018. His time as mayor further solidified his reputation as a steady hand in turbulent times. Under his leadership, Hamburg invested heavily in urban development, infrastructure, and affordable housing. He focused on creating a city of inclusivity, with programs aimed at combating poverty and promoting social cohesion. His policies made Hamburg one of the most dynamic and diverse cities in Europe, a thriving global hub for commerce, culture, and innovation. But it was during this period that Scholz's international political presence began to expand. He was invited to represent Germany at global forums, including the World Economic Forum in Davos, where he connected with world leaders and cemented Germany's role as a leader in global policy discussions. When Angela Merkel's government began to show signs of transition, Olaf Scholz made his move to the Federal Chancellor's office. In 2018, he was appointed Federal Minister of Finance and Vice-Chancellor in Merkel's coalition government, which opened the door for him to play an even more pivotal role in Germany's economic policy. Scholz's tenure as finance minister proved to be one of the most defining periods of his career. Germany's financial policies under Scholz were instrumental in navigating the economic uncertainties of Europe, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. Scholz oversaw the largest economic recovery plan in Germany's post-war history, deploying hundreds of billions in fiscal stimulus and implementing policies that ensured the country could ride out the storm with relatively little economic damage. This was no easy task, as the global crisis put enormous pressure on Europe's most powerful economy. But Scholz's steady leadership and commitment to financial integrity helped Germany emerge from the crisis with one of the strongest economies in Europe. In 2021, Olaf Scholz's moment arrived. He became the SPD's candidate for Chancellor of Germany. His campaign centered on themes of economic sustainability, social welfare, and international cooperation. Scholz's steady approach to policy and governance found wide support across the political spectrum. And in the September 2021 elections, the SPD emerged as the largest party in the Bundestag. After weeks of negotiations with the Greens and the Free Democrats, Scholz formed a three-party coalition and was confirmed as Chancellor of Germany on December 8, 2021. Upon taking office, Scholz inherited a divided Germany and a fractured European Union. As Chancellor, his leadership was immediately tested by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Scholz's response was decisive. He swiftly aligned Germany with NATO's stance on Russia, contributing significantly to the European Union's sanctions against Moscow. Scholz's firm position against Russian aggression earned him praise from allies, but also criticism from detractors, who felt that Germany had been too reliant on Russian energy in the past. Scholz's foreign policy has been marked by European unity, emphasizing the importance of working closely with France and the United States to ensure Germany's position in a rapidly changing global order. But Scholz's pragmatism has also been evident on the world stage. He's known for keeping lines of communication open with both Western powers and those who have differing political ideologies, particularly within China and Russia, seeking ways to prevent conflict and secure Germany's global interests. Despite his calm demeanor, Scholz's domestic leadership has not been without its challenges. The rising cost of living, energy security, and climate change remain significant political issues. He has faced resistance from within his own coalition on climate policies, as well as growing calls from conservatives for greater military expenditure. His ability to maintain balance in the face of these pressures has made him a figure of stability for many, though not without controversy. His government has been accused of acting too slowly on some key reforms, especially regarding the energy transition and Germany's military readiness. While Scholz's personal life remains largely private, it is known that he is married to Britta Ernst, a member of the SPD, who served as Minister for Education, Youth and Sports in Brandenburg. Scholz is known for his modest and reserved nature, often appearing more technocrat than politician. But his ability to connect with citizens has been pivotal in his rise to power. Despite his down-to-earth public image, Scholz has been an outspoken advocate for gender equality, LGBTQ+ rights, and climate action, positioning himself as a modern leader who is attuned to the needs of a rapidly changing society. While Scholz's religion is Protestant Christian, his policies reflect a deep commitment to inclusivity and social equality, transcending religious boundaries. His belief in a social market economy has driven much of his political career, focusing on achieving prosperity and social cohesion while ensuring that the most vulnerable in society are not left behind. Scholz's approach to leadership is pragmatic, but grounded in a deep understanding of historical injustice and the need for international cooperation. As Germany's leader in an era of global uncertainty, Olaf Scholz faces significant challenges. He is tasked with steering Germany through a post-pandemic recovery, navigating the geopolitical tensions of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, and making Germany a leader in climate action and digital transformation. His policies, however, have made him a steady and respected leader on the global stage. Though not a man of dramatic speeches or flamboyant gestures, Scholz's leadership is defined by resilience, patience, and an ability to make hard choices. He is a leader who believes that Germany's best future is one built not on ideological extremes, but on steady progress, fair governance, and deep international alliances. Whether history will look back at Scholz as a man who helped guide Germany through the most tumultuous period of the 21st century, or as a politician who failed to transform the promises of his early years, remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: his name will forever be etched in the history books as the Chancellor who faced down the crises of his time with calm, commitment, and unwavering resolve. By the way, don't forget to hit like and subscribe button. Also, write us in the comments what you think about Olaf Scholz. We'd love to hear your thoughts.